Well, this afternoon we're at Standard Elementary School, and today we're here to
Do the best! Yeah!
Once again, we're at Standard Elementary School, and I've got 5th grade student Lilliana with us. How are you today?
Good.
Now, you have a very difficult problem here. Are you ready to tackle this?
Yes.
Go ahead and read the problem first of all.
Express 5 over 8 plus 1 over 4 as a decimal to the nearest thousandth.
Okay, so there's a lot of things we need to do in here. Okay, you need to know what fractions are, you need to know what decimals are, and you need to know about place value. Okay, so let's take it one part at a time. What is the first thing we need to do, do you think?
We need to add 5 over 8 plus 1 over 4.
And how would you like to do that? Can we just go 5 plus 1 is 6 and 8 and 4 is 12?
No.
We can't do that, can we?
No.
All right, so why don't you grab a marker, and what do we need to do first?
So first we need to get the same bottom number in order to add them.
Right, and do you know what that bottom number is called? You remember?
No.
No.
Denominator?
There you go, denominator, all right? So let's go ahead and write 5/8 right there.
My 5s look like S's.
You were going to write S over 8? Well, that'd be a new kind of math that we could do. All right, so 5 over 8, and then, now, what do you want as the common denominator? What do you want to make them both equivalent to?
8.
8. Okay, so this one already is. So we're going to put our plus, and 1/4 we're going to turn into an 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what will that be?
I don't remember.
Okay, we're going to go from 4 to 8. Okay, so draw your fraction line first of all. And on the bottom, the denominator, we know we're going to make it an 8, right? So go ahead and put the 8 down there. Now up here, we went from 4 to 8. What did we have to multiply by to get to 8?
2.
So we had to multiply by 2. So whatever you do to the bottom number, you do to the top number. So what is that going to now be?
2.
Okay, so go ahead and put the 2 up there. Now, can we add these two fractions together now?
Yes.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and put an equal sign and tell me what you've got. There you go, 7/8, okay? So 5/8 and 1/4 turns out to be 7/8. We need to put that as a decimal to the nearest thousandth, okay? So let's get rid of this part. How do we turn a fraction into a decimal? Do you know that?
I know how to do tens and hundreds.
Exactly, okay? Which is why I wanted you to do this type of problem, okay? So if we say this is 7 out of 8, or 7 divided by 8. So in order to find the decimal, we're going to divide, okay? So we're going to go 7 divided by 8, okay? So can you handle that one, or do you want a little help on the way here?
I got it.
You got it? All right, I'll sit over here. You let me know when you need some help, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, why did you put a 0 up there?
Because 8 can't go into 7.
8 can't go into 7, can it? So what do we need to do now?
We need to get a bigger number.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to add a decimal. Okay? So we're going to put a decimal point right there. And after the decimal point, do you know what we put right there?
A 0.
A 0. Perfect. So go ahead and put the 0. So now think about it as 8 into 70. So how many times will 8 go into 70 without going over?
8 times.
8 times 8 is what?
8 times 8 is 56.
8 times 7 is 56.
Wait.
So 8 times 8 is?
63.
64.
Oh.
Okay. And we can't get any higher than that, can we?
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and put the 8 up there. And 8 times 8 you said was 64, so put the 64 underneath. And what do you do now?
Now you have to subtract them.
Okay, so go ahead and subtract. Good, regrouping, borrowing, nice. So can 8 go into 6?
No.
No. So we add another,
0.
we'll go ahead and put another 0. Because we want the nearest thousandth. How many places do we need to go? After
one
the
more.
decimal, how many do we need to go?
2 more.
2 more? All right, let's do 2 more and see where we end up and see how we're doing. So 8 goes into 60 how many times without going over?
8 goes in 67 times.
7 times, because you already know that 8 times 7 is,
56.
there you go. So let's go ahead and put the 7 up top. 56 goes where?
56 goes right here.
Mm-hmm. Now what?
Now we have to subtract them.
All right, keep on going. All right, and 8 won't go into 4, will it? So what do we do now?
Put another 0.
All right, let's put another 0. Now what?
Now we have how many times 8 goes into 40, which is 5 times.
Okay, so go ahead and put 5. And what is that?
8 times 5 is 40.
All right, so what do we do now?
Put the 40 down here
Okay.
and subtract them. And we'll get 0.
So there's nothing left to add up now, right? Okay, so 7 over 8, when we divide that, we're going to get 0.875. Now we want to round it to the nearest thousandth. So the number that comes first after the decimal, do you know what that place value is called? Tenths. Good. And the next one is?
Hundredths.
Hundredths. And I like how you're putting the TH at the end, and then?
Thousandths.
Thousandths. So over here, why don't you put 7/8 equals, and then put what our final decimal answer is. And if you would be so kind as to read that one more time for us. Read the whole problem, and then tell us what your answer is.
Express 5 over 8 plus 1 over 4 as a decimal to the nearest thousandths. It equals 7 over 8 equals 0.875.
That is excellent work. Nicely done. See, the most difficult one wasn't that difficult, was it?
No.